Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Die Hard Forever coming at you with another highly anticipated and highly recommended model as I continue to play catch up. Today I'll be doing a review on the Gemini Jets Delta McDonnell Douglas MD-88 in their current livery scheme in a 1/200 scale model. I purchased this model from Troy's Toys, whose store is based out of Overland Park, Kansas, here in the United States of America, and his website address is www.troystoysinc.com. But first, before I go into details about this particular model, allow me to share some information about the history of Delta and how they came about, if you would please. Delta is an American-based airline that was founded on May 30th, 1924 as Huff Dial Industries Incorporated in Macon, Georgia. Then the company moved to Monroe, Louisiana in 1925, then commenced operations on June 17, 1929, then relocated its corporate headquarters to Atlanta, Georgia in 1941. Delta is currently the 7th oldest operating airline in the world based on foundation date after KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, Avianca, Qantas, Aeroflot Russian Airlines, Czech Airlines, and Finnair respectively. However, it is still the oldest airline operating in the United States of America today, as the corporate headquarters of Delta, along with its main hub and base of operations, is located on the grounds of Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, which is located approximately 7 miles south of downtown Atlanta, Georgia. Delta also has operational hub located at Detroit Metropolitan Wayne County Airport, located in the Detroit suburb of Romulus, Michigan, Los Angeles International Airport, located in Los Angeles, California, Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport, located in Minneapolis, Minnesota, John F. Kennedy International Airport, located in Jamaica, Queens, New York, LaGuardia Airport, located in East Elmhurst, Queens, New York, Salt Lake City International Airport, located in Salt Lake City, Utah, and Seattle-Tacoma International Airport, located in Seattle, Washington. And the focus city hubs of Delta are located at Logan International Airport, located in Boston, Massachusetts, Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky International Airport, located in Hebron, Kentucky, and Raleigh-Durham International Airport, located in Cedar Fork Township, Wake County, North Carolina. Delta currently flies to 325 destinations worldwide on 6 inhabited continents, as Delta is one of 9 airlines to own this distinction of permanently flying to all 6 inhabited continents, along with Air Canada, Air China, British Airways, Emirates, Korean Air, Qantas, Qatar Airways, and South African Airways respectively, with an operating fleet of 885 aircraft that include 91 McDonnell Douglas MD-88s and 49 McDonnell Douglas MD-90s, with no unfulfilled orders pending on these aircraft types, as these aircraft are in the process of being completely phased out from the airline's fleet and will eventually be replaced with the Airbus A321s and the Boeing 737-900ERs, in which that process has already begun to take place at the time of this video review posting. And as of November 2018, or at the time of this video review posting, Delta currently operates as a certified 3-star airline carrier according to the international airline review firm Skytrax magazine, and the Boeing customer code for Delta Airlines on this particular aircraft is 32. Alright everyone, let's take a look at the front of the box. You see here where you see the Gemini 200 engraved gold decal, the Delta logo, the Delta title, the Sky Team logo right there on next to the Delta title, the computer generated picture of the aircraft type, as well as the 1/200 scale die-cast aircraft model and the item number information at the bottom of the box. Now you're looking at the back of the box. We see all the Gemini Jets information, including the Boeing official licensed product decal at the back of the box. Now you're looking at the top of the box, where you see the Gemini engraved gold decal right there, as well as the warning information at the top of the box. Now you're looking at the bottom box, which features a flap right there, the little flap button right there, as well as the Gemini 200 engraved gold decal, as well as the website address right there displayed there at the bottom of the box. Now you're looking at the left side of the box, where you see the Gemini 200 engraved gold decal, the 1/200 scale die-cast model information, as well as the computer generated picture of the aircraft type, as well as the item number on the left side of the box. Now you're looking at the right side of the box, the same information on the left side of the box I showed you earlier on, okay? Not looking at the front of the box, but the difference is it's laid down on the table here, and I'm going to show you about the flap here. There, you see that right there, and I'm going to flip that up right there. And what you see there is the foam that's covering the model. And you look at that right there, that's the tripod stand that actually came with the model. But I will not do a review with that model stand, because like I told you, I'm done with the tripod stand. I got an alternative stand I'll show you momentarily. And this is the back of the plane here. Now I'm going to take that foam off and let you see what the model looks like inside of the box. Check it out. Now, that's what the model looks like inside of the packaging of the box, as you see there. I'm going to go ahead and take that out, okay? Alright everyone, this is the alternative stand you're looking at that I'm going to do the review with. As you see there, it's more sturdier than that tripod stand. And you see that black padding there on that model stand. The purpose of that black padding you see here is to protect your model from being damaged or scratched when you put the model on this particular stand. That's the purpose of that black padding there, folks. Alright, with all that information out of the way about the history of Delta Airlines and how they came about and still operating strongly as we speak, plus all the details here on this box here, plus the packaging, plus the alternative model stand that didn't come with the model, I'm doing the model stand with instead of the model that came with the models. So with no further ado everyone, here is the model out of the packaging box. Check it out. There it is everyone, the Gemini Jets Delta McDonnell Douglas MD-80 was MD-88 in their current livery scheme in a 1/200 scale model out of the packaging box, as you see displayed there. Now, allow me to share some information about the Delta McDonnell Douglas MD-80 and how it came up one of the main stays aircraft in the Delta fleet. Delta acquired its very first McDonnell Douglas MD-88 aircraft, which bears the registration ship number N901DL on March 9, 1987, and took delivery of its last McDonnell Douglas MD-88 aircraft, which bears the registration ship number N552AA, which was acquired from American Airlines on March 5, 2016, as Delta at one time previously registered and operated as many as 120 McDonnell Douglas MD-80s in their fleet. And now, as of November 2018, or at the time of this video review posting, there are only 91 that actually remain operating in Delta's fleet, as these aircraft are being completely phased out and being replaced with the Airbus A321s and the Boeing 737-900ERs, as those aircraft will become the airline's official workhorse aircraft for the Atlanta-based airline in the foreseeable future. Now let's talk about the livery scheme you see displayed on here, okay? This is Delta's current livery scheme, which is actually called Upward and Onward. This livery scheme was actually introduced on April 30th, 2007 after the airline emerged from bankruptcy restructuring, as this livery continues to honor Delta's past heritage while at the same time reflecting a modern look for an airline that is totally focused on the overall experience. Alright everyone, with all that information out of the way about the history of this aircraft as well as the livery scheme displayed on here, with no further ado everyone, let's get down to business and let me show you all the details on this aircraft. And I'll show you. Let's check it out. Now you're looking at the front of the aircraft here on the port/left side. Well, we're going to start here at the nose gear right here. The nose gear door with the partial registration ship number on there, 909. And that is the actual fleet number, as this number can also be seen on the tail fin of the aircraft. I'll show you that later on. Then you see the pitot tubes and the static ports right there, the nose cone, the cockpit windows, as well as the windshield wipers you see there. I'll give you a better visual view of those later on in the review. But you see the SkyTeam logo displayed here right here by the L1 door right there. Delta became a member of the SkyTeam Alliance, along with Aero Mexico, Air France, and Korean Air as one of the 4 founding members on June 22nd, 2000, which consists of 20 airline members from 5 inhabited continents. And then you see this little decal right here on the right side of the L1 door there. That is the Wi-Fi decal, and this decal represents that Wi-Fi is available and on board that aircraft, okay? And then you see the red widget logo right here. This is Delta's current logo, and the modern updated 3-dimensional red widget was unveiled and introduced on April 30, 2007, the same day that Delta emerged from bankruptcy restructuring, and at the same time continue to honor the heritage of the most famous version of the Delta widget logo that was originally introduced in 1959. And then you see the Delta title right there, okay? Alright. We at the center of the aircraft. You're looking at these wings here, and I'm gonna bring over this way, and then you see the red navigation light right there. I'll give you a better visual of that later on. Check it out. Alright, now you're looking at the landing bogey gears here on the port side of the aircraft, including the landing gear doors there as well. Now you're looking at the edge of the wing here, where you see the red navigation light right there on the edge of the wing right there as well as the strobe light. Alright, we're at the back of the aircraft here on the port side, where you see the American flag decal right here next to the registration ship number. And this flag decal represents the country where Delta currently operates from, as one of the major flag carrier airlines of the United States of America. And then next to the American flag decal, where you see the registration ship number N909DL. This is a commemorative model, so I'm going to go into the history of this particular aircraft. So here we go. Registration ship number N909DL. This was Delta's 10th McDonnell Douglas MD-88 aircraft that actually entered the airline's fleet. And the first test flight on this aircraft took place on July 2nd, 1987, and was delivered to Delta Airlines on December 30th, 1987. However, this aircraft was eventually written off on March 5th, 2015, when the aircraft veered off the runway after it landed under foggy condition that was combined with some falling snow as a result at New York's LaGuardia Airport as Delta Flight 1086, which originated from the airline's main hub at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport in Atlanta, Georgia. There were 127 passengers and 5 crew members aboard with no fatalities, but there were 24 passengers who suffered minor injuries as a result of the accident, as this aircraft was seriously damaged beyond repair. Okay, now you got an idea about this aircraft. All right, now you're looking at the engines here on the port side of the aircraft. You see the little deal right here. And these are the Pratt & Whitney PW-JT8D-219 type engines that were used on this particular Delta Airlines McDonnell Douglas MD-88 aircraft. Okay, the fan blades don't spin, but let me let you look at the front of them anyway. Just check it out. Alright, now you're looking at the front of the engines here from the aerial bird's eye view, and unfortunately they do not spin as you see there, but they're realistic as they come. Over here as well on the starboard side as well. And then you see that little dot right there, a little hole right there. There's a hole there. That is the APU exhaust, and APU stands for Auxiliary Power Unit. Okay. On most aircraft, they're at the back of the aircraft. On this particular one, it's right there on the tail. Okay. All right. Now you're looking at the front of the aircraft. You got a better visual view of the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the pitot tubes, static ports, what have you, the nose cone, as well as the nose gears and the nose gear door. There's no nose gear light on there, but it is what it is. But very impressive to say the least. Okay. All right, we're at the back of the aircraft here on the port side, where you see the horizontal stabilizer right there, as well as the fleet number right above the Delta logo right there. And then you see that the Delta logo displayed on the tail fin aircraft, which is this right here. The Delta logo that's displayed on the tail fin of the aircraft, as you can see, it actually symbolizes this iconic logo pointing in a northwest direction due to the airline's merger with Northwest Airlines, which took place on October 29, 2008. All right, now you got to deal with that logo is pointing in a northwest direction. Okay. Now you're looking at this particular Delta McDonnell Douglas MD-80/88 aircraft from the rear view angle, featuring the engines here, there, as well as the horizontal stabilizer, as well as the wings on both sides there. Okay. All right, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft here on the starboard side, where you see the nose gears, the nose gear door featuring the fleet number on there, 909. See the pitot tube and the static ports, what have you, the nose cone, the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the SkyTeam logo right there by the R1 door, the Delta title, as well as the Delta logo. You see the front bolt bin door here, and as well as the middle bolt bin door there as well. Now you're looking at the wings here on the starboard side, featuring the landing bogey gears here, as well as the bogey gear doors there on the starboard side. Now you're looking at the green navigation light on the edge of the wing here on the starboard side there, as well as the strobe light right there on the edge of the wing there. Okay. Alright, we're at the back of the aircraft here on the starboard side, where you see the American flag decal, the registration ship number, and the rear boat bin door. Alright, we're still at the back of the aircraft here on the starboard side. As you see the rear boat bin door I showed you earlier. The Pratt & Whitney PWJT8D-219 type engines displayed here on the starboard side. You see the reverse thrust right there. You see the Delta widget logo pointing in the northwest direction there. The fleet number, as well as the horizontal stabilizers here on this side of the aircraft. Now, before I show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft here, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft in full detail, allow me to let you check out one feature, which is the rolling gears, which they do roll pretty good here. A little squeaky there, but it's all good. It tilts. But the only downside of this particular model, the gears does not swivel. Now, as you can see there, but it's all good though. So with no further ado, allow me to show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft. Let's check it out. Now you're looking at this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view. As you see from left to right, the nose cone, the pitot tubes, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows. You see the Delta title and the widget logo. You see the Wi-Fi decal, the SkyTeam logo on the L1 door, the high frequency antenna there. And you come down this way, the anti-collision beacon light right there, the ADF antenna right there in 3D. Then you see the tail here, which is the APU exhaust hole right there. And then there's the horizontal stabilizers right there, as well as the Pratt & Whitney engines there. Then we come over to the engine. You see the wing walkway here, as well as the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you. You see the edge of the wing right there featuring the strobe light. Same on this side, folks. See the wing walkway on this side, as well as flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you. As well as the edge of the wing featuring the strobe light on this side of the aircraft as well. Now you're looking at the undercarriage belly view in this aircraft, where it's painted in white and blue, what have you. See the nose cone, the closed nose gear door, the open nose gear door right there, as well as the nose gear. And then you see painted right there with the antenna there. See the boat bin door number 1, another antenna, boat bin number 2, and then you see the hole where the stand goes in at. And then you see the Delta title and the logo and the Gemini Jets logo right there. The anti-collision beacon light between the L and the T. Another high frequency antenna there. The rear boat bin door. The underbelly of the Pratt & Whitney engines there. The APU housing doors right there. The reverse thrusters. As well as the carriage view of the horizontal stabilizers there is there. Now let's check out the wings, folks. See the gears there, as well as the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you. And then there's the edge of the wing with the strobe light there. Then come over this side here. See the gears there, as well as the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you. Then there's the edge of the wing on this side, featuring the strobe light on this side here as well. Now, since I'll show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model from here, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft in full detail, now I'm going to put on that alternative stand that I'm going to start displaying narrow bodies from this point on. With no further ado, here is the model on the alternative stand. Check it out. Okay, finally got it on this alternative stand, and so far it's holding on pretty good. Barely, but it's holding on. It's better than that tripod stand. And you see it displayed in the takeoff landing position on the port side with the model on the stand. Now you're looking at the front of the aircraft in the takeoff landing position, how the wings are flexing a little bit with the model on the alternative stand there. Now you're seeing the model being displayed here in a takeoff landing position with the model stand on the starboard side. And finally, you're seeing this model being displayed in a takeoff landing position from the tail cam angle. Now, since this model has no gear replacement doors, as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to go ahead and take this model off the stand and go ahead and wrap up this model review. Okay? Alright, let's talk about the seating configuration on this aircraft. The Delta McDonnell Douglas MD-88 seats 149 passengers in a 3-class configured cabin layout. Here's the breakdown, everyone, from rows 1 to 4, which will be from here to about right here. You have 16 first-class seats, and rows 10 to 14, which will be from here to about right here. You have an additional 25 Delta Comfort Plus class seats, and rows 15 to 36, which will be from here all the way back to the rear of the aircraft. You have an additional 108 economy class seats, which brings the total to 149 seats. And finally, Delta currently employs their McDonnell Douglas MD-88s on routes throughout the airline's network in North America and Mexico from its hub and focus cities of Atlanta, Detroit, Los Angeles, Minneapolis, St. Paul, New York JFK, New York LaGuardia, Salt Lake City, Utah, Seattle, Boston, Cincinnati, and Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina. Well, everyone, this will conclude this model review. I'd like to know if you got this model or you plan on getting it, if you can find it. They did a re-release for the 3rd time, and I believe that one sold out as well. In fact, this has really become a collector's item. In fact, they're retiring this aircraft starting this year as we speak. So with that said, take care, God bless, stay tuned. There's more model content coming. Peace.